Trapped in the Sky: The Untold Story of Air Force One on 9/11. Static TV news clips from the morning of September 11, 2001. A montage of passenger boarding flights, blue skies, and bursting airports. Close up of a flight radar screen showing planes crisscrossing the US airspace. September 11, 2001, a day that began like any other, would soon change the world forever. Cut to Sarasota, Florida, 8:30 a.m. President George W. Bush is preparing for a routine education event at Emma E. Booker Elementary School. The camera zooms in on his calm, unsuspecting expressions as he enters the school. But as the president sat in a classroom, terrorists had already hijacked multiple planes. The attack had begun, and America was at war. The commander-in-chief did not even know it yet. Fade to black, then boom audio of Flight 11 crashing into the North Tower. The moment everything changed 1:30 to 4 p.m., the infamous whisper replied the footage of White House Chief of Staff Andrew Card whispering to Bush. A second plane hit the second tower. America is under attack. Show mentioned close-up of Bush's expressions, silent tense, his eyes shifting as the processes the weight of those words. For 7 long minutes, the president remained stated. Some say he was frozen, others say he was staying calm. But one thing was clear, no one was prepared for this moment. Cut to Secret Services agents outside the school whispering into radios, the tension builds. In the background, a shadowy figure watches over Bush and agent with the nuclear football. In that brief silence, the world outside was crumbling and Air Force One was about to become the most dangerous place in the sky. The emergency takeoff 4 to 7 p.m. An airborne target. Show footage of Bush hardly leaving the school. Faint audio of news broadcasts reporting the Pantage attack. 9:55 a.m. With the Twin Tower burning, Air Force One took off from Sarasota, Florida, but there was one problem: no one knew if it was safe to fly. Inside the cockpit, the pilots exchanged worried glances. Where are not fly a normal route today? Direct ascent to 45,000 feet maximum security. The camera shakes as the jet engines roar. For the first time in history, Air Force One was no longer just a presidential jet. It was a possible target. Cut to Secret Service agents inside scanning the sky for enemy aircraft. Bush is rushed to his private office on board. Chaos and communication blackout 7 to 12. The world below is falling apart. Inside Air Force One, radios clerk with distorted voices. A military advisor shouts, "We have uncomfort reports boom at the White House, fire near the Capitol." As America panicked so that the White House fall alarms floated the radio waves. The Pentagon was hit. Flight 93 was still in the air. The president demanded answers, but the world below was silent. Joe Bush gripping the armrest, his face tense. His voice real audio expert, "I want to get back to Washington." A Secret Services agent, firm but nervous, says, "Sir, that's not an option." The President of the United States was told they could not go home. Cut to the flight map. Air Force One changes course towards Louisiana. Fear in the skies 12 to 17 where they're being hunted. Fighter jets scramble to escort Air Force One. A pilot's voice crackles through the radio. Air Force One be advised, airspace is not secure. For the first time, the US military had to consider the unthinkable. What if hijacker had control of a plane-headed strength for Air Force? Show mentioned shots of Bush starting out the window, lost in thought. Flashback to his father, President George H.W. Bush, during the Gulf War. The country needed a leader, but at that moment, America's leader was stranded in the sky. The emergency landing 1724, a nomadic presidency. Barksdale Air Force Base, Louisiana Air Force One lands. Show Bush addressing the nation. Freedom itself was attacked this morning and freedom will be defended. Tension rises again. Reports suggest a credible threat against Air Force One itself. Without delay, the plane takes off again next stop off out Air Force Base, Nebraska. Even in a military bunker, America's leader was not safe. The president needed to return home. Cut to Bush aboard Air Force One, finally ordering the return to Washington. The flight back to Washington 24:30, the burden of leadership. Inside the cabin, Bush speaking to Dick Cheney via secure line. Cheney's voice real quiet. We have to shoot down civilian planes. In one day, President went from leading a nation, deciding who lived and who died. Footage of Air Force One landing in Washington D.C. at dusk. The camera zoomed in on Bush, stepping onto the tarmac, finally back on the ground. September 11th was over, but the war had just begun. Montage of first responder at ground zero. Bush standing atop the rubble with a megaphone days later. That day the sky was filled with fear. Air Force One became a bunker, a war room and a target. But in that chaos, one truth reminded America would never be the same again. Fade to black, the screen reads never forget 9/11. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, so please like this video and below the comment what type of videos you want. Take care, keep watching, goodbye.